The gym is buzzing with the sound of a school assembly. A 7-year-old boy in a polo shirt that's just a little too big fidgets on the polished floor, his eyes scanning the crowd of parents. He's looking for his dad, but he's about to see a different face. A face he's only seen on a small screen for the last 12 months. A side door opens. A woman in uniform is standing there, her eyes locked right on him. The principal's voice just fades away. The boy's breath catches. A single word escapes his lips, a word that's both a question and a prayer. Mom? You know, for every soldier who serves, there's a family that serves right alongside them. They're the ones keeping the home front running, holding on to a sense of normal in a life turned upside down by distance and worry. They count the days, the weeks, and the months. They push through the missed birthdays, the holidays celebrated over a video call, and that empty chair at the dinner table. But for all the hard days, there's one single moment that makes every second of it worthwhile. The moment they come home. This is the story of that moment. It's about the unbreakable bonds that no distance can break, and the pure, unscripted joy of a family finally being whole again. Today, we're following the Smith family. First, the Smiths, whose young daughters have been crossing off days on a calendar, just waiting for their mom, Sergeant Sarah Smith, to return from deployment. Their stories, and the stories of so many others, are such a powerful look at love, sacrifice, and that simple, beautiful moment a soldier walks through the door. In a quiet suburban neighborhood, life at the Miller house runs on a routine managed by David Miller, but it's fueled by the memory and anticipation of his wife, Sergeant Sarah Miller. For the last year, David's been both mom and dad to 7-year-old Leo and 4-year-old Maya. It's been a non-stop whirlwind of school runs, soccer practice, bedtime stories, and answering his daughter's daily question, "Is Mommy coming home today?" The whole house feels like a tribute to Sarah. Her photo sits on the mantelpiece, her smile a constant presence. Her side of the bed is always perfectly made, a silent promise that she'll be back. David makes sure the kids talk to her as much as they can, planning their lives around the tricky timing of video calls from half a world away. On the calls, Leo tries so hard to be the brave big brother, showing his mom the new Lego castle he built or the A+ on his spelling test. He puffs out his chest and tells her he's taking care of everyone. But after they hang up, David often finds him sitting quietly in his room, just looking at a picture of him and his mom at the beach, his small shoulders carrying a weight no 7-year-old should have to carry. Maya is too young to really get it, but she knows the most important person in her world is missing. She has a mommy jar where she puts a marble for every day Sarah is gone. The jar is almost full now, its weight a heavy reminder of their time apart. She tells her toys all about what they'll do when Mommy comes home. They'll bake cookies, go to the park, and get the biggest, squeeziest hug in the whole world. David has done his best, but he knows there's a part of his kids' hearts that only Sarah can put back together. He looks at the calendar, at the circled date that's just days away, and just prays nothing changes. The 365 days of missed moments, of scraped knees he had to kiss better, and nightmares he had to soothe, are all about to end with one single long-awaited hello. The emotional stakes for the Millers couldn't be higher. They don't just miss their soldier, they miss the heart of their home. The Smiths' long wait is shared by thousands of other families, each with their own story, their own full jar of marbles. Their countdowns all end in these moments of pure, unfiltered emotion that you see in airports, restaurants, and living rooms all across the country. We see a soldier, fresh off the plane, walking into a noisy diner. He taps an older man on the shoulder who turns around, annoyed for a second, before his face just melts into stunned disbelief. The man, his father, leaps up from the booth, knocking over a glass of water without a care. He pulls his son into a fierce, back-thumping hug, tears streaming down his face. Then, we're at a high school basketball game. A teenage girl dribbles down the court, totally focused. The buzzer sounds. As the crowd cheers, another player points to the entrance. The girl looks over, and her face just crumples. Standing in the doorway is her father, in his dress uniform. She drops the ball and runs, a full-court sprint that ends with her leaping into his arms, burying her face in his shoulder as he spins her around. Next, we're at a quiet hospital room. A new mother is cradling her newborn, looking tired but so content. The door creaks open, and a soldier steps inside, his eyes wide. He's meeting his child for the very first time. He walks over slowly, almost hesitant, and reaches out a tendering hand to touch the baby's tiny fingers. He looks from his child to his wife, his face a mix of awe, relief, and a love so deep it doesn't need a single word. Finally, a front door swings open and a soldier steps inside. Before he can even set down his bags, a golden retriever comes barreling around the corner. The dog skids to a stop, its tail a blur, before launching itself at its owner in a storm of happy barks and licks. A welcome so pure, it's the very definition of unconditional love. For every family, the moment they're reunited is unique, but that feeling, it's universal. It's a feeling that echoes in school hallways and on front porches everywhere. Meanwhile, at Leo Miller's elementary school, the assembly is still going on. Leo sits between his classmates, his leg bouncing nervously. He knows today's the day, but the waiting is torture. The principal is on stage talking about school events. Leo's mind starts to drift. Suddenly, the principal pauses. And we have a very special guest with us today. The side door of the gym opens. Leo's heart stops. Standing in the doorway, lit by the afternoon sun, is Sergeant Sarah Miller. A voice he's only heard through a speaker fills the gym. "I was told there's a student here named Leo Miller. I heard he gives the best hugs." A gasp ripples through the students and teachers. David, standing at the back with a sleeping Maya in his arms, has tears streaming down his face. Leo is just frozen in his seat, his brain trying to connect the mom on the screen with the person standing right in front of him. His teacher gives him a gentle nudge. That's all it takes. With a cry that's half shock and half pure joy, Leo launches out of his seat and sprints down the center aisle. He doesn't slow down, running full force into his mother's arms. Sarah stumbles back a step, laughing through her own tears as she lifts him off the ground, holding him tighter than she ever thought possible. David walks over, and Maya, now awake, sees her mother. "Mommy!" she squeals, reaching for her. Sarah, with Leo still clinging to her, kneels down and pulls her entire family into one single, beautiful, messy hug. The long wait is over. The Smith family is whole again. These moments, they're more than just a welcome home. They're the powerful, living proof of a connection that time and distance can never, ever break. They're the payoff for 1,000 silent prayers, 1,000,000 worried thoughts, and an endless amount of love. Every hug closes the gap of missed holidays and lonely nights. Every tear of joy washes away the dust of a long deployment. These reunions remind us of the huge sacrifices made not only by those in uniform, by every parent, spouse, and child who waits for them. They remind us of what's truly worth fighting for and what it really means to be home. If these stories touched your heart, please give this video a like and share it to honor these incredible families. And don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell for more moments of love and connection that bring us all a little closer. Thank you for watching, and remember, home isn't just a place, it's the people who are waiting for you.